If you stand at an edge where the camera won't auto-correct and go behind Spyro and get in a position where he can't turn his head, Sparks will actually start looking at the screen and come up and say hi. So give him a second. Hey, buddy! What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Spyro 2. In the last episode, we finished up Idle Springs and learned how to swim. And in this episode, we're going to be using that newfound skill to play in a level that doesn't require it. Yeah! Money well spent. So it's been pretty good so far. This is going a lot smoother than I thought it would be. You know, with the bios and seeing how long I could get past the entire game. You know, it shouldn't take that long, but I kind of want it to last, because this being my favorite Spyro game, I can't help but want it to continue. What do you got to say?
You're well on your way, Spyro. Keep collecting talismans to help us defeat Ripto before he can take over Avalar. Oh, and keep collecting those orbs, too. The professor thinks they will help you get back to the Dragon World.
Awesome, thanks. And, what do you got to say?
I saw something shiny at the top of this wall. You could probably get it, but you'll have to learn how to climb first.
Oh, man! We can't complete Summer Forest now! And those gems are floating! The texture didn't load! Oh, man. That's crazy. So, I was planning on going to Hurricos today, but I think there's a few more gems we can get, and even an orb we can get. So I want to open everything up before we head into Hurricos. And, Hunter, do you have anything... Oh, wait, let me get this gem. Do you have anything important to say?
Your game camera is currently in...
Oh, stuff about the game camera. Yeah, basically, he's explaining the different modes you can have your camera in. Right now, I'm in passive, which means I can control the camera and make it go somewhat slower. But if you go to the active mode, the camera will just go all over the place and it gets really annoying. So if you want a smooth ride, just go with passive. Trust me, you won't regret it. And plus, it's a lot easier to see everything, because sometimes the camera can get a little off in this game. Luckily, you can control it, but going into active mode just completely fucks up the whole thing. So don't do it, don't do it, do not do it. So this is a brand new part of Summer Forest that we haven't seen, and there's a fork in the road, so let's go over here first. And, uh-oh, money bags. What you got, buddy? Gonna make us pay again? We've bought you like a house already.
Say, Spyro, you see this wall here? I bet you're dying to know what's on the other side. If only I had a few more gems, I might be able to remember how to lower the wall.
All right.
Yes, the sparkling beauty of those gems seems to have jogged my memory.
Uh-huh. And I love how Zoe pushed my model out of the way. So we opened up another level. Again, this is kind of why I like Moneybags, even though he's kind of a snooty butthead. He kind of makes you collect the gems so you can see the rest of the game. And that is Aquaria Towers. We're not going to go in there just yet. We're going to save that for later. And over here is actually the dungeon. Elora, you teleported. What do you got to say?
Hi, Spyro! This talisman door will only open if you have all 6 Summer Forest talismans. Once the door is open, Ripto and Crush will be waiting in the dungeon.
So the game forces you to play all the levels. That's kinda clever. So anyway, we're going to be talking to a lot of people because they all have a lot to say. And honestly, I like hearing these guys talk. And watch as Elora teleports all the way over here. Look, there she is, ladies and gentlemen, a magician.
Nice work, Spyro. The orbs you're carrying have activated this special portal. You won't find a talisman in the Ocean Speedway, but if you're fast, you'll get lots of treasure. Have fun!
Ripto's taking over our castle, but if you got some downtime, have fun. Now, this game really doesn't think much of you because I think you only need 4 orbs to open up that speedway. Yeah, they don't really think much of you. I mean, we've collected, we're already in the teens in orbs now? Yeah. So this is kind of clever. You got 2 closed doors, and if you're good at jump gliding and hovering, there we go, another orb. Oh, now we just went past the teens. Okay. So, very nice, very nice. So, I think, since I've collected all I can right now, let's go ahead and head to the level I wanted to, the dark and dreary Hurricos. Can't wait. To be honest, I'm not too fond of this level, but it could be fun. Uh-oh, looks like we got some trouble between workers. What do you have to say?
We've always had trouble with the gear grinders, but now they've set up force fields to separate us. If you can find diodes, you can use them to turn off the force fields. I think there's a diode around here somewhere, but my eyesight isn't what it used to be.
Alright, looks like we need to go around and find diodes. And, bad eyesight or not, you should be able to see that! So anyway, put diodes into the doors here and they unlock. So anyway, Hurricos. This is where the tutorials stop, but where the game does not stop being easy. Hurricos is a pretty easy level, even though most of the orb challenges have a difficulty of 3 to 4. Yeah, again, this is a game for little kids, so being skilled at this game kinda means you might be a little too old for this game. But I don't care, I'm gonna play it anyway. 400 gems, 3 orbs, and you're looking for the talisman, the Gear of Power. A very, very nice name, and if you ever get hurt, look for rats. I just love the name, the Gear Grinders. That just sounds empowering. It's like, oh, what are you? I'm a gear grinder. That sounds great. And it also sounds really good for, like, a cartoonish kind of enemy. It's like, look out, it's the Gear Grinders. And it's so much going on here that I really like. Sadly, this level, with its dark and depressing tone and just the way it looks, I mean, this place is known for all of its thunderstorms and all this machinery going around, but it's just kind of dull. I don't know, this level is fun to play, it's just not fun to look at, if that makes any sense. And there we go, there's one. And one more diode. We'll be able to continue. There we go. Doing some reading on the wiki, apparently the gear grinders and the electrolls, the guys we're helping out, are apparently workmates, but the gear grinders just love to make robots and mess with them more, so... Now that's kind of cool backstory, I guess. Really, there's not a lot to talk about here. There is one orb challenge that I absolutely despise, and we'll probably be doing that one first. That one... I should probably start finding some positive stuff, because Hurricos is a fun level. It's just not the best. Let's leave it at that. Let's say Hurricos, fun to play, not the best. There we go. Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, the Niskel LP 2013. There we go. Official quote for this Let's Play. Someone actually brought up to my attention when I noticed Tom Kenny doing the voices for almost everybody here. They brought up a lot of other voice acting stuff. Like, if you remember from the first game, Carlos Alazraki, who was the first Spyro, he and Tom Kenny have done a lot of good voice work together. I'll go into that here a bit later, and oh no, this Electrol is being pestered by gear grinders! And that guy disappeared. Darn it, I wanted to flame him. What do you got?
Oh, these gear grinder thieves keep taking our lightning stones. If you can replace them all and activate our generator, I'd be very grateful.
This is the minigame I was talking about. Placing the lightning stones back in their proper place while having gear grinder thieves constantly assault you and take away the lightning stones. This is a very long challenge. It isn't difficult in the slightest, but as soon as you put in some lightning stones, the gear grinders will show up and steal them. After you've killed 10, you don't have to worry. As soon as that alarm sounds, it's like, oh, it's almost cringeworthy. It's like, oh no, the gear grinders are here. I have to go save the lightning stones and put them back. This is not a good choice. I mean, this just isn't fun. Having to go back and replace what you've already done should not have been an orb challenge. This is just boring. I'm sorry, Insomniac. I would go with you to the ends of the earth, but this, not gonna do it here. Simply because after you've put back the lightning stones once, the gear grinders can escape after you try and attack them. That's not fair. Of course, this does have a really high difficulty for some strange reason, but honestly, no, skip this. I wish I could skip this, but I gotta do it, which is why I sped this up instead of going at it, because this takes forever. But every cloud has a silver lining. As soon as you take out all 10 gear grinders, it's automatically a cakewalk, and you don't have to worry about them anymore. Now, something funny about the alarm, it'll never go off again after you defeat all 10 gear grinders. And I'm going to go around and put the lightning stones back. But check out what happens when I'm about to put back another lightning stone. Keep in mind, all the gear grinders are gone. What the hell? Alarm? You do know the gear grinders are gone, right? Okay, though I've never seen that. I wouldn't call that a glitch. I just say it's a missed audio file, but that's pretty funny. I've never had that happen before. That's kind of interesting. I wonder why it would do that. Maybe it's because I killed them too fast? I don't know. Anyway, here's the last lightning stone. Thank God this challenge is over. Man, that was so boring.
Thank you, Spyro. I found this shiny thing mixed up with our lightning stones. Please, take it as a reward.
Hey, thanks, Tom Kenny. So here we go. 1 out of 3 orbs. Thankfully, we got the more boring ones out of the way. And it just lets us know that we have massacred 10 gear grinder thieves. So now we get to move on to the rest of the level. And I'll go back to what I was saying. Carlos and Tom Kenny have worked on quite a few projects together, being really cartoonish voice actors. They were both actually in Rocko's Modern Life. I love that show, and I had no idea. Carlos was Rocco, Tom Kenny was Heifer. Blown mind equals me. I could not believe that. But what I also couldn't believe is that they were both in Camp Lazlo, another show I really, really like. Try and guess. Go back and watch an episode of Camp Lazlo and try to figure out who their voices were. Again, it'll blow your mind as soon as you find out. It's very, very cool. Another really cool thing, when I was looking up more on Carlos Alazraqui, excuse me, I'll get that eventually. I even put a phonetic pronunciation so I'd know how to pronounce it. Anyway, looking over Carlos's bio, did you know he actually auditioned to be the voice of Mario? But of course was beaten by Charles Martinet? That was awesome to find out. Like, another mind equals blown moment. I just actually went back in my chair. I was like, no way. One of my favorite childhood icons tried out for the voice of my original childhood icon? Oh my god! Amazing! But enough gushing about voice actors. Man, I love the voice acting profession. It's just so cool. But anyway, we're going around, we're smashing windmills, and by the way, as a special hidden challenge for you, try and find all the smaller windmills and try crushing them. So to unleash this supercharge here, you need to defeat 18 enemies. I know that's a lot, but don't worry, there's plenty of enemies around. And now this is a bit of a trick shot. There we go. And there is a reason we're stopping all these windmills here, or I don't know what you call these fans, industrial fans. But, oh, there's an extra life. I'm always good with that. And right there, we need to supercharge that. Now, let me show you the easy way on how to supercharge that. So we got everything else, and here we go. Please, 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 let's get it. Oh, yes! Normally it'd have you go all the way around this part of the level, but I took a shortcut. Hey, another Electrol. What do you got?
Spyro, do you see that big building over there? The gear grinders are using it to steal our electricity. Please help us by shutting down the machinery inside.
Alright. Difficulty 3? Bull crap. This is as simple as gliding from point A to point B multiple times, and then eventually you'll get an orb. So after you've slowed down all these generators here, you'll be able to go on the very, very slow blades of this giant fan, and then no problems. As soon as you become an adept at flying and hovering, this should be absolutely no problem. That might trip you up a bit, those moving platforms, but other than that, absolute cakewalk.
Spyro, you've done well so far. You can have this little trinket for good luck. If you have any questions about shutting down the factory, just ask me.
And just for those simple glides, we get an orb. And we're not even done with this full mission yet.
The next glides get tricky. You'll have to use your hover maneuver to make them. Press the triangle button during a glide to hover and get extra height.
Yes, another tutorial on hovering, which we all should know thanks to Hunter's excellent teaching. So now it's a 5-star difficulty. Insomniac, for kids, yes. But nothing to it. There. This is all we had to do. And now we just need to be really patient, which most kids nowadays are not, so I can see how this would be a 5-star difficulty. Just wait it out. And there's another one. Let's go ahead and... there. Nothing to it. And now just one more, and then we will be on our merry way. Right here. Just follow the candy trail of gems, the lovely colors they are. And now, please don't fall off, or else you'll have to go all the way back. All the way over here. Ta-da! And now, this part is kind of tricky. Okay, I'll give the game this, because all 3 platforms move, and that wall moves a little quickly. So here we go. Don't go in! Please? Yeah! Thank you.
Spyro, help! The switch to turn off the gear grinder factory is in that room, but, it's awfully noisy in there.
I'd go and do it myself, but my hearing isn't what it used to be. Oh, wow, this is kind of loud. Oh, turn it off, please. Kill it with fire.
Thanks for shutting down the factory. Here, I found this stuck between the gears. You can have it if you want.
Maybe you should have turned it on and turned it into a grinding gear. Yeah, you're right. I probably really grind your gears for that one. Yeah, I know. I couldn't get through an entire episode without referencing Family Guy, but gear grinders just sound so cool, and I spy some red gems that I would have missed. Wow. I'm surprised I didn't catch that the first time. Well, that's it. We've got all the orbs, and right in here... yeah, here we go. Here's the end of the level. If you want to know where the beginning and an ending of a level is, look for the little, like, battle posts, I guess you'd call them. Yep, 400 gems.
Thank you, Spyro. You've deactivated all of the electric barriers. We've been guarding this talisman from the gear grinders. Please, take it as a reward.
And for all our electrical hard work, we get the Gear of Power, a lovely golden gear with a middle for some reason. I didn't think gears had middles. Anyway, off we go. Goodbye, Hurricos. Careful with that guy and his glasses. His eyesight isn't what it used to be. He won't be able to find the diodes! Let's just head back to Summer Forest. Alright, so that's one more level down. Hurricos, we have your talisman. So, I think that we're going to call it an episode right here. Next time on Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Let's move on to another level. Maybe Sunny Beach? Who knows? See you guys next time.